Hello everybody, I am driving today's show, Matthew. What
Hello.
are you doing in there? Isn't that my spot?
Practicing.
Right, a Lockie lesson.
Yep.
Well, it's not a lesson, it's a discussion. He knows what he's doing. We're just going to chat, or he's going to talk to me about what he's feeling to hit shots. We've got one shot on there recorded already. Let's hit some more. Driver. He wants his driver to go straighter. Do you reckon he can hit it straighter? In the comments down below. Let's see what he comes up with. Let's hit a few shots.
Do you want me to do what I just normally do?
Yeah,
or
basically I want you to
change.
No, I want you to baseline it really.
Okay.
So I guess I want you to think you're on the first tee.
Yeah.
And we're about to film.
Yeah.
The world's watching.
Yeah. And I'll hit it right.
And yeah.
I'll tell you it was.
Missed the course on the right easily.
Oh, it's a straight low bullet.
Good shot. Very good shot. So let's collect a few data and let's show you what your baseline is. And sometimes you don't have to change your baseline. That's what I love about lessons. It's not always about changing sometimes. You could baseline these all straight, look at the numbers and think that's whatever you're feeling today.
Is all good.
That's what we've got to keep repeating.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's a normal for you.
So let's look at that one. Let's dive into that one, shall we? Because we obviously, if this was a real lesson with a student, I would get more baselines. I'd look for more detail, or I would be saying like, is that a shot? Is that the one you've been talking to me about? Well, we know that is the one really that we're trying to plug the gap on, isn't it? I'm just thinking, you're a little bit like a leaky tap, aren't you?
Fix it, day later dripping again. Oh.
So it's a low middle strike.
Low middle, yeah.
Nothing in there is aggressively horrible, is it?
No. So path into out, face is massively open.
So face is 4 open to path, and then obviously to target 5.6 open, which is quite. They're the numbers that make me giggle when we do the course log. You and Rory, like I can't imagine, and I've delivered the club that far open. Everyone does, but I wouldn't feel like I would want to play knowing that that one's in there. I would practice until that one's gone. Yeah, a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what would you do now? Are you now ploughing on, or are you now thinking, right, here's what I'm going to think on the next one? And if you are, I want you to articulate to us what you are thinking.
Well, for me, and after my 3-hour practice session last time, like my patterns, like we see it in pictures like we post, like I'm heavily this way, aren't I, on the way down. I keep this angle in for a long time. Yeah. And then the only way to fit in is to tilt back to hit the ball. Yeah. And then because my face is twisted this way, I have to try and twist it that way, and that's where I lose my loft. Yeah. And that face is either open or closed. It's like a little bit of a lottery, isn't it? Yeah,
you've got a very minuscule time frame to make two big decisions. Yeah. Which is why it's a bit pot-lucky, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So my thoughts, I'm always trying to hit more up. Like there, I'm down, look, 1.1. Yeah. I'm always trying to get more up, and for me to do that, it's losing this angle more.
I mean, if you think about it, that's getting the club to the ground lower,
quicker,
earlier, isn't it? And I used to do this with students all the time. Like students hitting down on the ball with drive is so common. The biggest thing that always helped them change their angle of attack was telling them just to get the club to the ground as quick as possible. Where it was so counterintuitive to everything that they'd like watched or understood. Oh, but isn't that casting it and all these kind of words? Speed often would increase. Delivery better hit it further because they're hitting up rather than 2 down. It was just one of those tricks. Yeah. So you're going to chuck the angles away when you see what happens? I'm going to chuck
them, try and get this club as close to the ground as possible, or what feels like as close to the ground as possible.
So that's as soon as you start coming down, you push it, you like flick it away? Or?
Yeah, so if you're like trying to get it down as low as you can when you're it's way too late here. You can't do anything by the time you're there. You need to be getting it done a lot sooner in that downswing. I find personally, and through lessons.
Let's see it. Okay, so I'm just changing the field because we want to, I know it isn't the biggest data set that we've captured there, but we want to just have a little compare, don't we? So we're now in a term called flick. First set of shots there was driver.
So this makes me also want to feel like I catch the club up quicker as well, to stop that 4 open face.
Okay.
So I'm feeling like this is coming down loads quicker, getting rid of this angle, getting the club close to the ground as I can, and sort of your phrase, like spinning it out quicker.
In front of you, yeah.
Stop that.
Opposed to that
face.
like handle draggy hold on.
Yeah, this one, yeah. I'm really trying there to get up 262.
Is it 262? Lovely. Let's have a quick look at those numbers then, just out of interest. So you're up. It's the most up you've been.
Up 1.5, yeah.
And it's the joint smallest faced orientation you've had. So it's no better than the first shot that you hit, but it's joint, and it is the most loft that you've delivered, which that does excite me. But is that loft strike measured, or is it similar strike and
it is low, yeah.
so that's good loft with a low strike.
Yeah.
So I guess you're now just going to run with that fort and see if it is the fort that saved the world, I guess, isn't it? The fix.
The fix indeed, yeah. Driving God fix. Because that's an interesting one. Like, I feel like that's the same, but strike's just poor.
So it's a toe, was it?
Toe strike,
which is why we're overturning.
So it'd be interesting to see if my feelings are what the numbers say.
Let's have a look. I agree. That's a great point as well, that I would always want to. I'm testing students always. What did that feel like? What was that one?
Because like students on that one go, oh, that's rubbish.
So it's a toe strike.
So yeah, toe strike.
And the numbers are drawy. So it's like a double draw, isn't it? You've got good draw numbers.
Yeah.
You're not really up more. Face angle, loft's respectable. Loft's low, but obviously it is a. Well, no, it's not a bad strike for height. Yeah, so I would say you strike that better, it's going to be a nice draw up the left side.
Because this is like the pattern that I saw last time.
Yeah.
Like the numbers started to get better, and like where I wanted them, but strike kept being off the toe, and then I had to add that thought in and move that to then stop the dippy left balls.
Yeah,
basically.
okay. Well, let's hit a few more of those and get a bit of a pattern going.
Oh, that's a neck. At least it moved.
Okay, let's have a look at those. There's a neck shot, that's on the course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your neck shots can be not right. So if we table it on the flick then, and let's go to club again. So you consistently inter out, that's not really moving.
Yeah.
Half a degree difference. And the face averaging closed to open. So it's affecting your delivery of the face, isn't it?
Yeah.
In a more controlled way. And it is adding a bit more loft, 15 to the 13.
Yeah.
With potentials of 17 up there.
Yeah.
So that is pretty good. So obviously we had a very small data capture in the yellows, which is the first one, but we stopped because we wanted to get rid of this right shot.
Yeah.
It's obviously still there.
Yeah.
But you've thrown in a left as well. So now the question, I guess, is does that make you more nervous because it's a bit both ways, or does it make you think, I just want to get more of those lefts in there? Does that make sense? Because obviously you could stick with the yellows if that was a more shots pattern and just aim up the left and move, because you've done that.
Yeah.
Aim up the left and like block cut everything knowing that it can slightly overgo, but you're aiming up the left so you're safe.
Well, like from recent trips and stuff, or the last ones we went on, like I can't start a ball left enough when I cut it. Like that's an issue, so I wouldn't go that route. I would have to like relearn where I'm aiming and stuff again. I'd rather stick to aiming up the right and make sure I chuck in those angles to get that ball moving left.
So these ones going left are actually making you feel more confident?
Yeah. I also think that I would get eventually better numbers if I carried on doing that as well.
Okay.
Distance, all those sorts of things.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's try a few more with the flick and see what else comes out. So for me, when I look at you play, you're aiming a bit more right there now.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider pushing the ball slightly further forward in your stance? If you think about getting to the club down to the ground earlier, the further forward it goes, it's going to get there earlier. You never present that much loft, more rotation of the face. Like I'm talking you're like that far, but like I would, if I'm going to hit, so mine's slightly different. If I'm going to hit a slightly cut, I would push it forwards, and then if I want to hit like a forward draw, I'd push it back a bit because my angles are being presented slightly different to you. But with the path coming into out consistently, and I think it will, certainly if you're aiming more right there, you're just going to go like four right now.
Four right, yeah.
Pushing it forward might give you those few split seconds. Well, I don't know. Should we try?
Yeah.
I'm going to change. Let me change the data field then.
Like I feel if I'm going for a big one if I do this.
As in
like my bomb ball feel.
Remember what Uncle Steve said?
Yeah. Always hit it as hard
Please
as I
don't
can.
tap it, Matt. You scare me. Even in Florida, you scare me because you could hit one over here. And again, this is a great thing in lessons that I would always do with students. I don't know the answer here. I'm going on some experience of other people benefiting from this. But until you apply it to the student, see how they deal with it, settle down with it, you don't know. People say, I'll push the ball forward. Does that make me better, will they? I always go,
don't know.
Let's find out. That's why we measure.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, coaches who think they know stuff like that are the one like
there's a real answer.
Yeah, you must do this.
Yeah.
You will break 80 if you do this.
Yes.
It's like, oh, come on. Righty. Ball slightly further forward, trying to do the same flicking action, getting those angles away from you, yeah?
Because I feel like this is going to be like a high left ball.
Let's see it. There's a part of me that isn't worried by that.
No.
Is that strike or is that angles?
That is a bit striky, yeah.
So toe, which will, so we need to address your toe issue at some point, which will come. Just hit a few more like this.
Low on the face.
God, that's a good drive though.
Low on the face.
For a bad hit, your bad hits hitting the fairway.
A winner.
I hit plenty of bad hits.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark test drivers, why, you know, he always hits out the middle. Well, I don't.
Yeah.
It's just when they're not out the middle, my numbers are so unoffensive generally that, you know, how many drives you see me hit one hand comes off and it just goes straight down the middle. It's because I know I've mishit it, but nothing's aggressively offline with my delivery, so it'll go somewhere.
Because when I'm doing this, and if numbers are better and things and stuff and so on, like on the course, like I feel like I've only got that one shot with this club.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like I have a fairway finder, even though it's more accurate. I don't have like a slidey one up the left. I've just got a bomb.
Yeah, but maybe that's where then you do need your 3-hour practice.
Yeah.
You can't have, you're asking a lot of questions there. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you've got to accept that this is your fairway finder.
Yeah.
And do this with your forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
That goes far enough.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
You know,
That's a bit toey again.
Yeah. So you hitting a soft driver is not a play much in your vocabulary.
Like people are going to laugh at that shot, but I like that shot.
Let's have a look why you like that.
Like
then.
I think that's close to path, and if I move strike, then it would work.
So we're 1.7 up where you're most up.
Yeah. Still in
and we're now 2.9 closed face. And maintaining loft.
Yeah.
15.8. It's your highest loft, it's your most closed face.
Look at those 2-toe or 21mm toes.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay, so what do we do? What's your I don't want to hit it out the toe for?
That's it.
It literally is as basic as I'm going to try and hit it out the heel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it.
So I've just set up one last data field and I've called it strike.
Yep.
Can we keep those numbers in place, and can we, I'm just going to look at your batch of strikes actually quickly on the last batch. So yeah, you could do with it in it here, couldn't you? A bit more in the middle. A bit more in the middle.
Because what's interesting on like with lessons and stuff when you get to this part is there's so many ways to move strike, and when I say something as basic as that, how you always like what we've just said.
To move it by moving it.
Like sometimes if I say that to a student, all their other numbers go that we've worked on.
Yeah.
And then their strike is better, but
they lose everything else.
lose everything else, and that's the skill that you want to try.
Well,
and
I
feel
always say
everything.
that's rubbing tummy topping.
Yeah.
You know, that's that skill, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Go on, then, let's see if you can move it, because I've got another suggestion that you might use the change strike if this doesn't succeed. That's a good drive. Better strike?
Felt more middle.
You want me to check?
Yeah. Don't know what it feels like.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Definitely need 3 hours. Let's have a look. So you see the red one there? That's a great zone for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Face a little open so you could let things go a bit more.
Not as up.
Not as up, so again, so a bit like you've done your own thing. These numbers slightly go when you try to change strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do some more.
See, like, I reckon that that's quite good.
It's a good shot.
Like, I reckon that that's maybe... Wait a second, let me look. I reckon that's slightly closed and a middle strike.
Okay. Face slightly closed, then a middle to low strike.
Yeah.
0.5 up, 13 loft, like you're a bit more up, a bit more loft.
And like, this is where I say to my students as well, if you can do what I've just done, like, you're not having 5 bad holes in a row.
Because you've self-rescued it.
I've done it, I've sorted it,
Yeah.
right. Now, I've hit it out the middle and I've got a slight draw, so now I know what my face to path is and I can carry on that route, basically.
And I love that. I used to say that to my students constantly. If we can get you to manage issues,
yeah,
you don't even need to fix them. Fixing would be great, but
Yeah.
you ain't going to give up your job and you still got your family.
Yeah.
And you still play once every week or month or whatever.
Yeah.
So let's be realistic. We could be all like Golf Pro and go, we're going to fix this, but it's rubbish. Getting people to manage the issue, be able to band-aid it until the next day or the next hole is such a skill. If you watch our videos, you'll hit, I do it loads. Yeah. I'm going to just say, I'm not going to try and draw this anymore, mate. I'm not fighting this. Golf wins. Yeah. Get me to the bar.
And that's
with the least amount of tantrums.
Like me on trips as well, like obviously don't do enough practice and things, but like the first 9 holes that we play, like
it's discovering,
I'm just trying to find a strike and then work out what my face to path is and try and work stuff out, and generally it gets better throughout the trip, but that's basically what I'm trying to get to, so I know what's going to happen.
And this is also what I think is always interesting when people rate your play. It's very obvious that people don't get that skill sometimes in the comments because oh, he's rubbish. Yeah, he is rubbish. Like, just look what he played rubbish. But if you can't see the potential, which is blatant. Like, if you come for a lesson from me, I know you're a pro straight away. It's not complicated.
Like, I keep doing that. Like, I'm probably only a couple over par now for the back 9. And if you sniff a few irons, you're fine. Totally. Because you're in play. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I want 4 shots in a row. What can he do? Can he actually maintain any level of performance? That's a key skill. Oh, it's a good shot.
Like, if that's a bad one, again, I'm happy there.
Oh yeah, it's so in play.
Yeah. If I was doing my 3-hour practice again now, like, I'm starting to go, right, guess each one of these. Yeah. Strike, maybe a tiny bit toe and face a little bit open, like I'm thinking.
It's like a calibration session, isn't it?
Yeah, and then I'm checking. It's like when you do strike tests, like people, I don't think enough people out there test strike enough.
Oh, and 100%.
Every lesson I'm saying, do you test strike? No. Yeah. Oh, okay, how do I do that? Well,
good players, to be honest with you, it's the only thing they do.
Yeah.
Everything is based for, like, you go on a tour range and they catch them slightly fat, they're picking the next ball out quicker than you can even look at the numbers. Yeah. They've not even come onto the unit before they're picked, because they're just going, I don't want to go about that one. Yeah. Discount, that's a crap shot, strikes off, don't care. Yeah. They hit loads of them, they'd care, but they just like, no.
As soon as they've hit it, they know as well. Yeah. You're like, hand off, like not going.
I've been on fittings and they hit like quite a few because they're not warmed up. Sometimes they don't warm up enough for fitting because it's just like, let's just get this done. Yeah. And like the turf's really tight. I've been on there like with Wade did it, and it was just like discount. I don't care about that one. Like, this isn't me.
Yeah.
When we get a strike, we'll talk. Just bear with. I'm getting there.
So that one there is I'm pretty much spot on, tiny bit toe and slightly open.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm starting to now win again.
Yeah, yeah.
And a 275 carry. My carry's up with a more middle
It's
strike.
like, can I hang on to this feeling stuff now, isn't it?
It's having the confidence to then go and tee up and whack one down the first two, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's back to toe. Save me, toe.
That's a good toe. That's a good toe.
That saved me, that one.
But that's what you want. If your delivery is a little less offensive, the miss shot, I hit all over the face.
Yeah.
But being relatively 0-0-0, you're talking roll and bulge can only hurt me a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
If I'm going to go 0-0-0-0, it's going to be, well, it's not 0 because there's 2 degrees of bulge on it, so then it'll start somewhere, but
Slightly
hopefully will come back.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, look at the top right there. You can see the red dispersion already. Look at the reds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're playing golf.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm hoping your iron plays crap. Because you're 20 past me, hitting 9s where I'm hitting 7s and 6s.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping I'm hitting 7s and 6s close and you're hitting irons stupid. I can giggle at them instead.
Like this only as well makes me want to like practice a bit more and stuff as well. Like how long's this taken?
Yeah, I know.
15 minutes.
I know. We are relatively busy, mind, aren't we?
I know.
I think people we think we just come here and just like sit around drinking coffee, eating balls. You know, a few hits for no reason, Matt. Yeah, go on.
Matt plays every day. Yeah. All right, good one. Like that might even be a bit heely.
All right, let's look at this last batch then, because if this was a lesson, I'm bored now.
Yeah, I'll go and
because my job's done. I don't care what. I want you to go and play now. I don't want to watch. I used to say this to students all the time.
Yeah. Let's
move on from that. Oh, but can't we? Well, we can, but you're paying me to watch you practice. I don't want to do that. Like let's get to the next skill and come back to this one. So this is the last batch. One dodgy toe.
Which I called. That was
pretty good
heely.
batch. Your best batch of strike. So you consciously trying to not toe it is a thumbs up from me.
Yeah.
0-0-0
yeah.
With some loft.
Yeah.
If we go to your table, so we go to the strike batch here, which is at the bottom, 264 average from 256, 256s.
Yeah. 271 and
253, 256, 256, and then you went to 264 carry.
Yeah.
They're your highest, 38.
Yeah.
From a 30 and a 36, arguably in the first batch, not bad. If we go to club, your up's gone a bit, so definitely you could chuck away more.
Yeah.
You're back to slightly open.
Yeah.
But fine.
I
2.7 open to 1.6, fine, and you've got nothing massive in there.
Like within 2 would be brilliant for me, but
which is interesting because I always say, and look, you're presenting more loft, which is good, 16.3.
Yeah.
I always say to students, I remember when I was doing a bit with Harper, Kev.
Yeah.
We were working on half a degree.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then I say with students, 2s.
Yeah.
So it's quite funny that you say 2s, your mind, because you wouldn't work on 2 degrees with your wedges.
No.
Where I would. I'd be like, if I can get within 2 degrees of whatever delivery or low point for me, I'm going to duff it on the green, not in the bunker kind of stuff. So my driver, I'm like, I don't want to be a degree out. But yeah, I always say for students, anything within 2s,
because you're
not going to get that many offensive ones.
I also think, like apart from that 0.4 closed, I am within 2 degrees.
Yeah, you are.
0.7 to 2.7.
Well, yeah, 100%.
So if I can manage that pattern, whereas I'm slightly open every time, hitting out the middle, like it's only going to find fairway.
Totally.
And that with a 3-hour practice, I'm going to learn my patterns like already.
Totally.
15, 20 minutes, it's all good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the time you put in, isn't it? So if we just quickly put on the last, I'm going to put on that one and that one, just to give a compare. I mean, the red dispersion is like, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? The red is the last one where you're doing everything with strike.
Yeah.
It's your longest. It's fine for spin.
Highest launch.
Highest launch.
Yeah.
Ball speed, joint in the pack.
Yeah.
But ball speed's not an issue that I just want you on the planet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I find fairways more often, like I'm in the game, aren't I?
Yeah. Good stuff. Well done, Matt. It's just practice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Finding those faults, holding on to them.
Yeah.
So I'm always doing, when I'm playing golf, I'm thinking, that fault's work, I'm going to really run with that until it runs out. Okay, I'm going to find another one. You know, I need to find that performance. And for you, it's spending the time more measuring and checking that your faults are in place with what's actually going on, I guess, isn't it? Very good. Fairways will be found.
Driving golf.